My name is Kinasih and I'm student of English Education Department from class 4C. And in this video, I will do the same thing again and again as the previous video, but the difference is today I will talk about some articles that I have read before. And FYI, all of this article that I will talk about in this video is about learning English, teaching, and talk about a relations between English and K-pop. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the video. So for the first article is about e-learning during the period pandemic COVID-19 in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, an empirical study. General problem in this article is to discuss the aspects that hinder the teaching and learning process in this e-learning challenge. And in obtaining the desired achievement, there are several challenges because a teacher is required to understand or master material in a short period of the time, and especially during a pandemic like this, the method that using is also different from the direct face-to-face teaching method before the pandemic. And purpose in this article is to be achieved that the author wants to find a solution about the value of e-learning in education has led to a substantial development of online courses, and plans to comment with the notion of e-learning and talk about its need and span in education, and also to verify teacher preference of various e-learning features. So for the result and conclusion in this article is obtained in refers to experience and familiarity in this e-learning procedure. Attitudes towards e-learning are almost 90% positive, and also they still expect educate, training, and workshops to be more effective and efficient. And the main conclusion that the author finds in this ethical journal is that modern technological advances have changed educational procedures, and it is important for educators and students to be able to organize more advanced time and abilities in student learning activities, because in this education focus on the student and facilitating students to manage their own education. Okay, so for the second article is about a genre-based approach. What and how to teach and learn writing. Okay, and general problem in this article is the word genre, which is the most popular and hot issue and in teaching and learning English, especially writing skills. And characteristic this article is aimed at anyone who is interested in genre and genre approaches, especially students, teachers, or lecturers for a kind of reinforcement young understanding. And that will be one of the newest practical and effective ways to teach learning to write. And the purpose of this article is attempt to present the essence of genre writing, genre as a project of writing, and genre as an approach to teaching and learning to write. So for the result or conclusion in this article is an approach to learning to write is a problem of a mixed approach between process and product approaches. This genre-based approach to teaching and learning to write seems relevant for students with low competence and low motivation. It really guides students to write from very simple or independent steps to independent steps. And it also promotes and facilitates students and eventually to learn by means of self-study. The genre-based approach is also suitable not only for academics but also for other professional systems. Okay, so for the third article is about stimulating English learning in global K-pop community on Twitter by Dinar Faiza. And the general problem in this article is study aims to explore the phenomenon of K-pop on Twitter that can be the platform of English learning. And the data gathered included writing documents like a K-pop tweets, unstructured interviews, and survey results. And the researcher focused more on taking data from K-popers who use English as EFL or English as a foreign language. English obviously helps them to support and connect to their interests. And the curiosity of K-pop urges them to learn and improve English skills. It demands their self-learning in the process of improving English skill, and English is a bridge to connect them with the K-pop idol. And K-pop is boosting their interest in English and studying English in the classroom with a book. And the purpose aims to study to explore the K-pop phenomenon on Twitter, which can be an English platform in language learning. And the question form in this article, the author makes a sentence in this Twitter post tweet along with the vote poll submitted by the author, and the message read does K-pop stimulate you learn English, and how much does it improve you? Or the question and polls were put to people who thought they would K-pops on Twitter, and for the result is 70% voters agree is a K-pop stimulates them to learn English, and the 30% voters say no about this. It shows most of K-popers feel that their interest of K-pop give a stimulation to learn or get know English more. The main factors that triggers them to learn English are an interest and curiosity to get information as much as possible about their K-pop idols and stuff. And the implications that can be elaborate are the need of English skill to support their interest of on a K-pop. I mean, and it demands self-learning in the process of improving their English skill, because English is the bridge to connect them with their favorite idols. For the fourth article is about a review to the literature on the integration of technology into the learning and teaching of English language skills by Abbas Alpur Hussein Kilachani. And the general problem discusses the integration of technology to create a context to teach and learn English skills has a lot of advantages. The fundamental aim to this article journal is to reveal that issue related to technology integration in the learning and teaching of language skills. And in this article, the researchers defines the term technology integration, expresses the reason of integrating technology, explains the role of technologies in promoting learning. So for the purpose in this article is the fundamental aim to this article to review the issue related to technology integrating in the learning and teaching of language skills. And for the conclusion, for the result in this journal is in order to successfully integrate technology in the language classroom, both teacher and learners must adopt new rules and use existing technologies in appropriate ways. I mean, and it is clear that one of the ultimate goals of the technology, language learning and teaching us to increase students' motivation and interest in learning, which can be a practical way to involve them in the language learning process. For the first article is about the importance of speaking skills in English classroom by Parvali Srinivasrao. And the general problem is in this article is as English is widely used all over the world, there is a need for learners to acquire the communication skill of it to get success in their respective fields. And thus, the classroom is the ideal platform to acquire good communication skill, especially speaking skills. And the purpose. The research presented by the author in this article is to explain the importance of speaking skills in English classrooms in a comprehensive way. It also explains the need to teach speaking skills, then the kinds of speaking simulation situation, and the main advantages of speaking skills are explained elaborately. And the result is gathered by the author in this article are derived from the previously mentioned question regarding how to develop speaking skills, and then found the answer in the existing international market. There is a need to demonstrate the ability of people's oral communication skill, because the real success of their talents depends on how they present on their speaking skills. And for the sixth article is about students' perception of Instagram caption as a media in English language teaching by Ade Kristanti Yuda Bastari. The general problem is today is a digital era. There are various ways to teachers and can use to develop students' creativity. In this article, the author discussed the foreign language, which is useful for improving students' writing skills, and the author also presents general problem area that focus on students' perception of Instagram captions as a medium for teaching English. The purpose is finding students' perception of the advantages and disadvantages of Instagram caption as a medium in teaching English, and the question built in this research are: does Instagram caption help in developing writing skills, or does an Instagram caption help you understand the grammatical of the sentences, and what are the problems or challenges you have in this activity, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of this activity, like this, like that. And the result is the advantages and disadvantages of using Instagram caption are grouped into the three main problems, and then the creativity writing, grammatical competence, and motivation in writing, while the drawback are internet connection, the level of student involvement, and the use of Instagram is still low, and instant translation using Google Translator is still a feature in Instagram, which make it less than optimal in using the media as language learning. Okay, for the next article is about the estimated effects or college student involvement on psychological well-being by Cindy A. Kilgo, Amanda Mollet, and Erneste Pascarella. And general problem in the study is explains about the psychological well-being of students is an important issue that is increasing by becoming a problem. The National College of Health Assessment found an increasing percentage of students experiencing mental health challenges, trauma, or it is very difficult to handle the students' academic work. And the purpose of the study is to further examine the estimated relationship between student engagement and psychological well-being over 4 years of college. The role of students' involvement in influencing psychological well-being is very important, and the results in the study are showing that student engagement has a significant positive relationship with an 4-year psychological well-being that versus even in the presence of controls for college psychological well-being. And the findings suggest that several involvement ensure have positive effects on student psychological well-being. And the next article is The effect of early English learning on psychology. 7 years old children by Dwi Hartina Iriani, Dr. Andes Syahdan, MAD, PhD, Dr. Nuryadi, SS, MHob. And the general problem is the author wants to share insights and discuss in detail the acquisition of a first language in children. There is a habit of children in speaking activities that tend confused statements, and children will tend to follow, record, and pronounce the vocabulary they receive. Informed that there is a depiction of the diversity of bilingual language acquisition, which turns out have a positive impaction with children language development. And the result that we can draw from the author's description that children who learn foreign language, especially those who learn English from an early age, have more self-confidence confidence than other children who don't. They are more free to express their aspiration and opinions about something in front of others. For the next article is about an analysis of students' motivation in studying English during COVID-19 pandemic by Putu Subaktiasi and Igusti Ayuvina Widatnya Putri. The general problem in this article is dropped up in the discussion by the author was what is a motivation of first semester English student to find out the motivation of student in learning English during the COVID-19 pandemic, whether they have instinct to extra motivation. And the purpose of this article was to determine the motivation of semester 1 foreign language student at Maha Saraswati University while studying English during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are several researchers who have conducted research on analysis of student learning motivation by analyzing different objects. So the result of this research is motivated to study English because wants to achieve their goals. And in addition, the students want English teachers to have good methods and personalities in the teaching and learning process during the COVID-19 pandemic. So for the last article is about the Indonesian EFL learners or English as a foreign language motivation in reading by Hayur Salikin, Saidna Zulfikar bin Tahrir, Raini Kusumauning Putri, Yuryandari. And the general problem is the author discussed that learning motivation increases when students find relevance in the material or feel there is a need is to know can apply them to student on lives and experiences. And the purpose is this study was to determine the learning motivation of students in reading, which is consists of intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. So the result is the students are not accustomed to reading English. The confirmation results from the interviews found that they lack knowledge and experience in reading English because of their educational background experience in senior high school. Based on the result of the questionnaire, the curiosity of students did not encourage them to read English text. So I think enough for the presentation today, and I say thank you so much for the great attention from all of you guys who attend this mini presentation from me. And so yeah, see you next time and bye bye.